YouTube, you guys are now watching another segment of the TheCaliEffect. Today we're going to be playing 2002 format. Now for the people that don't know, 2002 format is predicated on the first two sets of the 2002 year of Yu-Gi-Oh! That is Legend of Blue Eyes and Metal Raiders. The only other allowed cards are from Starter Deck Yugi and Starter Deck Kaiba. And with that being said, there is more than just Summon Skull deck running around in this format. I feel like there are a lot of great decks that could be utilized, and I wanted to give you guys two more decks that you could possibly be playing in this 2002 format that I would like to set up. Ryan Bird is going to be playing a +1 or White Magical Hat deck. What its primary focus is to utilize cards like Tribute to the Doom, Thunder Dragon, White Magical Hat, Mass Sorcerer to rid of the opponent's monsters and also inflict damage on them. Now, as you guys should know, when White Magical Hat inflicts damage or when Mass Sorcerer inflicts damage, the player that inflicted damage on the opponent gets either draw a card or discard a card from the opponent's hand. Aaron Sims is going to be using a classic. This deck is actually really good and a lot better than what it sounds. Barrel Dragon. Now, Barrel Dragon takes Soul Exchange and uses it to the max, being able to tribute an opponent's monster and then tribute summon for a Barrel Dragon to your side of the field, and then activate and resolve its effect, destroying another monster on your opponent's side of the field could be catastrophic. It also has some similarities of a Summon Skull deck, as it does play Summon Skull, and then some other cards that just makes the deck really good. Both of these decks are new to the just Summon Skull format that I've been hearing people, and I like to disagree with it. There are also a couple of more decks that you could play in here, and which makes the 2002 format very diverse. But onto the game, as we can see, Aaron Sims has a Summon Skull and a Lajin Mystical Genie and Lamp face-up. He's going to go ahead and attack into a Mirror Force, and then a 7 Tools is met by another 7 Tools. That 7 Tools combo is really good. That's going to put them equally down to one monster apiece face down, and Sims is taking the full advantage of playing the Barrel Dragon deck, as Change of Heart is a really good card. Not only being able to take into control over opponent's monsters, but being able to tribute it for a monster that you need. This time around, he doesn't tribute it. He flip summons the Sangan of his opponents because he doesn't want his opponent to search with the Sangan once he tributes it. And then he tributes his own Sangan. I'm not necessarily in agreement with that strategy, seeing that he did attack with the Sangan at least first and inflicted damage with the Summon Skull. This could be over already with the destruction of Summon Skull, White Magical Hat, and Sangan. It brings Aaron Sims down to 650. What a change of tides. That's why I really felt that the Change of Heart should have tributed the opponent's monster as opposed to not have tributing it. Mirror Force is met to Ryan Bird's monsters, so that at least buys Aaron Sims some times at the very least. He's looking through his graveyard, deciding on his options. Hopefully, there's something that you can use to come back. Nothing? Alright, he's going to flip summon Magician of Faith, which I want to say that's another questionable move, because unless you have some back row, that Magician of Faith is going to get slaughtered as well with the rest of your life points. So I'm not sure if that's the best thing. He's going to use it for a Pot of Greed, and then he's going over his options. Maybe he can tribute summon that Magician of Faith, or maybe he ripped a Soul Exchange to get rid of that monster, because like I said, a Magician of Faith and attack doesn't really seem too good because you have so low life points. It might not be enough for you to sustain it. Right now, the Sangan can actually take you out in itself. Aaron Sims is going to go ahead and attack with his 7-color fish, and no, it's met by Trap Hole. This game is pretty much over because the Sangan in itself will just take out the Magician of Faith. Ryan Bird's going to come away with the win this time around. Let's see what's going on in Game 2. I believe Aaron Sims is going to start off first. Normally when you lose a game, you can start off first in this game because you start off with 6 cards. That's another awesome thing about 2002 format. He's going to do 7-color fish, a back row. It's going to be met by Fissure. Thunder Dragon's effect is going to activate to search the other Thunder Dragons to his hand. And now it looks like Ryan is going to try to establish a play. He is going to summon White Magical Hat and then lose it to a Trap Hole. Aaron Sims is going to set a monster and pass, and he's going to tribute to the Doom the Man-Eater Bug and swing again with another White Magical Hat. That's some clutch playing if this white magical hat does get through. It does, and let's see exactly what he gets picked off of his hand, and it's a fissure, so 2 cards that could have destroyed the white magical hat. This card is a complete threat. Aaron Sims is going to set another monster defense, attack with the Lajian, met by a Waboku Trapmaster, so now the Trapmaster isn't destroyed, but it's still flipped face up. He's going to tribute the Lajian with Soul Exchange for Barrel Dragon as well with the Trapmaster. He's going to flip the coin and then destroy the white magical hat. Barrel Dragon has definitely got Aaron Sims back into this game. That's why I think the card is really good. A lot of people say like, oh, it's all about Summon Skull. Again, Barrel Dragon just proved to you guys how to get rid of 2 monsters with one, the Soul Exchange Barrel Dragon combo. Barrel Dragon is going to be met by Man-Eater Bug and Mass Sorcerer is going to inflict damage. Now it's going to be Monster Reborn again. So Barrel Dragon is not that easy to get rid of all the time. He's going to go ahead and lose the coin flip, so he's going to attack over the Mass Sorcerer. Now Tribute to the Doomed on the Barrel Dragon. Oh my god. And then Trap Hole on the opponent's Ryan Bird's Lajian. 1800 damage is going to be inflicted. He's going to set a monster. It's going to be a Sangan, and with that he's going to search Wall of the Illusion. Oh my god. Now we're pretty confident that that is a Wall of Illusion face down. So Aaron Sims is going to pass. He's going to attack into the other one, which just so happens to be another Sangan. I like the fact that Sangan and Witch of the Black Forest are at 3 in this deck. In this metagame, it really allows the players to search whatever they need, so it gives it a little bit of speed, and then at the same time, it sets up a lot of great bluffs. Now, I'm not 100% sure if I want to include other sets into this format, because this format right here, right now, seems just so fun to play, and I'm not really over it. Now, both players are going to be setting up a lot of back row, going back and forth, mainly because you got to really fill out your opponent's back row, hope that they don't have a heavy storm, try to figure out a way against those monsters. A Barrel Dragon has been summoned 3 times. Its initial summon, its destruction, and then another summon. Actually, I don't think it has been summoned 3 times. It's been summoned twice. The Devastation wasn't enough to win Aaron Sims the game, but I also want to point out that this isn't the greatest matchup of all time for Aaron Sims playing Barrel Dragon, seeing that Ryan Bird plays 6 destruction cards with 3 Tribute to the Doom, 3 Fissure, and also the 3 Trap Hole, the Mirror Force. So Barrel Dragon could be pretty vulnerable in that essence, and it's almost like a trifecta of things going around here. Now Barrel Dragon's going to get resummoned again, and he's going to try to coin flip, and he gets over the Wall of Illusion with the Barrel Dragon. 7-colored Fish is going to be summoned. It's going to get Trap Hold. Now Sangan's going to be flip summoned, and Barrel Dragon is going to go for the attack. Do I see a Mirror Force? Nope. I see a Waboku. So that pretty much saved the Mass Sorcerer. He's going to set some more back row. And that is a lot of back row for a deck that plays only 8 traps. I just wanted to point that out there. Now he's going to lose the Mass Sorcerer, I believe, to the Barrel Dragon. Mirror Force is going to be met by 7 tools, which is going to be met by another 7 tools. How many times can that happen? Especially since both decks only play 7 tools. So that's kind of crazy that it happened again. And Barrel Dragon is going to hit the graveyard once again. Now, the Heavy Storm. Ryan with the power plays. The Magic Jammer. Oh my god. This is really good. Man, I don't even know what else to say. Ryan is essentially down to 2,400 life points. This game could be over, but he's going to search the Wall of Illusion. I don't necessarily know how he searched the Wall of Illusion with Witch of the Black Forest, but I'm pretty much sure that is game anyways, as both players head to Game 3. The Summon Skull in this deck is also really good on here. He's going to Soul Exchange again for the second Summon Skull. Yeah, this game doesn't look too nice for Ryan. He's going to go ahead and scoop it up. That was really good. I feel like Barrel Dragon is obviously an awesome card, backed up with Summon Skulls on top of that, just so you can keep tribute summoning and gain the effects of your Soul Exchanges and your Change of Heart. Really good. Ryan's going to start off again with the Thunder Dragons. And the reasoning behind Thunder Dragon being so good, oh my god, Pot of Greed on top of that, is that you can search for your Magic Jammer, discard fodder. You can search for your Tribute to the Doom, discard fodder. It's just overall, all around a really good card for this deck because it plays 3 Tribute to the Doom and Magic Jammers and such, and cards that require a discard. He's going to flip the Man-Eater Bug, tribute it, and lose the Thunder Dragon to a Trap Hole. It also is a Tribute summonable monster because, this deck doesn't play any Tribute summonable monsters. That's pretty much it. Sangan is going to search the Witch of the Black Forest. And he's going to set a back row, then pass. 7-colored Fish, nope. 7-colored Trap Hole, And now the Witch of the Black Forest is going to swing for 1100 damage. Aaron Sims is going to set a monster in defense, and now he's going to attack with his Witch of the Black Forest and take some damage. Just 100 points. It doesn't really matter. But Witch of the Black Forest is going to be allowing to keep Aaron Sims on the board. Well, I mean, at least until cards like Fissure happen. Getting rid of Aaron Sims' Sengan, he's going to search to summon Skull with it. Now, the thing that Aaron doesn't want to do is tribute Sengan or Witch of the Black Forest for summon Skull, because while it is, I mean, it looks like he's forced to. He's going to activate Soul Exchange and tribute the Sengan for summon Skull. While it is getting rid of the opponent's monster, it doesn't necessarily help because it's Sengan and summon Skull being tribute summoned. He's going to go ahead and trap hold the summon Skull, and now Aaron is not in the greatest position ever because he knows there's a white magical hat in his opponent's hand, and on top of that, he doesn't really have a monster to defend himself with. He's going to attack with the Witch of the Black Forest as opposed to doing anything else, which is a smart move, and then set to monster in defense. Aaron Sims is going to draw a card. This is some back row matchups. We're going to go ahead and that's a Swords of Revealing Light, and Manual Bug's effect is forced to trigger because it is not optional. He's going to destroy itself though. Aaron is looking at his targets. He's going to Fissure the Wall of Illusion. And then Lajin's going to be summoned. Unfortunately, I can't attack under Swords of Revealing Light. That was the third turn for Swords. I apologize if this is going a little bit too fast. Magician of Fate is going to add the Swords of Revealing Light again. And Aaron is just going to be that guy. Double Swords of Revealing Light. If you guys have ever played Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, I remember when a Shizu would do something like that. Like just triple Swords of Revealing Light. You're just like, I want to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's like 6 to 9 turns of not being able to play Yu-Gi-Oh! So it's not that, it's not that fun to play against a deck that, prevents you from playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Anyways, back to the 2002, there's a lot of great cards in both, the core sets that we use. I'm really against adding other sets, but I do like a lot of other cards that add a lot of balance or chemistry to the decks that are already presented. Barrel Dragon, White Magical Hat. There is a burn deck for the people that do know, and for the people that love burn, because that is a thing. Tribute to the Doom, discarding the White Magical Hat is going to get over Aaron Sims' Sengan, and this looks like it can be gamed. White Magical Hat and 2 Masked Sorcerers met by a Waboku. Okay, awesome. And that's going to be met by 7 Tools of the Bandit. No, maybe, no. Okay, nah, I'm tripping. He's gonna switch monsters to defense this time around on his turn, and maybe try to inflict some more damage. If those White Magical Hats and Masked Sorcerers get through, that might be enough advantage for him to just flat out win the game. Provided that Aaron doesn't have a Mirror Force, I mean, I don't really see this game going any other way. Well, no, I guess you can summon a bigger monster and just pray that it doesn't get fissured, or Tribute to the Doom. Ryan has pretty much went through a lot of his fissures and Tribute to the Doom. He's going to attack with double Masked Sorcerer. It's going to be met by a Waboku. Then he's going to set a monster in defense and another back row and pass. Ryan's going to set another back row, and again, I don't remember this much back row being played in either deck. If I remember correctly, yes, again, it is only 8 traps in both decks, so a lot of these are bluffs, unless they drew all their traps. And then Mirror Force is going to be activated. Ryan's going to be perfectly fine with that, because Mirror Force only hits 2 monsters, as opposed he still has his Witch, he still has his Master Sword, he still has his White Magical Hat. And then his Summon Skull is going to be activated. He's going to change a heart. His Masked Sorcerer, again, I'm not 100% big on that, but it doesn't really matter. Monster Reborn is going to be met by the Magic Jammer. Oh man, that's actually really good. That's pretty critical. And then Aaron's is going to 7 Tools of the Bandit to get his Summon Skull. He's like, I'm gonna summon my Summon Skull. I guess he's reading that his opponent doesn't have Mirror Force. He really might want to draw off the White Magical Hat. So this game can come down to right now. He's going to attack with the Summon Skull. He's going to attack with the Sorcerer. I probably would have got the Sorcerer damage. But the Waboku is going to be activated. So, I mean, it didn't do as much as we'd hope. Fissure is going to be activated to destroy the first Summon Skull. What does he have for the second? And then Monster Reborn the Summon Skull. Oh my. This could be a problem. This could be a pretty big problem. Summon Skull is going to crash. And he's going to Waboku. Okay, that's pretty smart. When Waboku is activated, his Summon Skull is not destroyed, but since it's the same attack, the opponent's going to lose the Summon Skull. And then Ryan's going to Mirror Force. Aaron's board. So, you know, that's pretty much it. Like I said, so this time, this was decided by back row. I really hope you guys enjoyed 2002 format. Give it a like if you did. Comment what you liked about it. Comment what you disliked about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. But most of all, enjoy.